Hi, my name is Callie Gardner, and this is my video for the Module 5 discussion. So I started working when I was 15. I worked at my dad's mechanic shop. It's kind of local. I was cleaning and learning basic accounting through invoicing. I never really saw myself doing this as a full-time or as a long-term job either. I was definitely right in thinking that this was not going to be the career path for me, as I always talked about wanting to be some kind of teacher since I was in middle school. My dad had offered me to work at the shop when I was older and to take it over when he passed away, but I actually never ever wanted to take over it, and yeah. I began letting my mind wander as to what kind of teacher that I wanted to be, starting with English and creative writing. And then to health sciences teachers like labor and delivery, I wanted to teach about like biology. And then I finally went to agricultural education and then was like, I don't really want to pick a subject. And then simply to general education. Hence why I'm now in educational studies, as it's a broad overview of education. My influences truly started with my teachers. I wanted to be just like them because I loved the way that they taught, or loved the lessons that stuck with me or that brought me joy. It turned to my parents because I knew that I didn't want to be doing what they were doing. That was an influence on me because I wasn't interested in anything that they were doing. While this isn't yet my long-term career, I find it interesting that I've had all of these changes. In addition to this, I now move highly efficiently in my current job, which I started in April of 2021 as a barista at Starbucks. Within 6 months, I was promoted, and then within 2 years, was forced to step down, only to step right back into my role less than 2 months later for a wrongful demotion. I now find myself back in my leadership role and working towards another promotion not even 3 years within the company. My influences have now shifted to people that I look up to, like my boss, our district manager, or other leaders, and even still my mother, who is changing her career paths at 45 years old and just graduated with her first degree. My workplace stress began at a 1. This is the most stressed that I could have been. It started still at Starbucks as a farmer job, if we count when I was initially hired in the first store that I was in. This was due to the environment in which I had worked previously. I felt that I was being tasked with far too much and being held accountable for things that had little or nothing to do with myself or my ability to be a leader. Now, my workplace stress is about to a 4, meaning much less stressed, save for the occasional frustrations of retail and fast food industries. I think what can be improved upon is my ability to leave work at work. I have high functioning anxiety, and there are times I will come home and I will be in bed, ready to go to bed, and it'll dawn on me that I can't remember if I locked the door or not. And if I can't remember if I locked the door or not, I have had to drive myself to the location I had worked at and checked the door just to make sure I knew that I locked it. But I just couldn't remember visualizing myself locking it. I know my workplace stress will decrease much more if I'm able to finally learn how to leave work at work. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you enjoyed.